Hi, guys. Are you ready to have some fun? Thank you for coming to our puppet show. My name is Carol, and my partner Dennis is back behind the stage getting ready for the show. And we're the Catskill Puppet Theater, and we travel all over the country doing our shows, but we're from right here in Oneonta, New York. So we're really happy to be here at the Foothills doing a show for you today. The show we have is an old-time melodrama. Do you guys know what that is? Have you ever heard of one? Have you ever seen the cartoons where a villain ties a little girl up to the railroad tracks? Snidely Whiplash, Dudley Do-Right? No? Well, cool. Then this is going to be a brand new experience for you. The word melodrama means musical play, and they used to be brought around to all the theaters way back before movies and TV were invented, and everyone loved to go to them because you always got to boo the villain. You guys aren't afraid to boo a villain when you see one, are you? They're kind of wise guys and not so honest. You're going to be my boo crew for the show? Cool. All right. I'm going to give you a test just to make sure. On the count of 3, could I hear the loudest boo you can make? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, louder, louder. Yes. There you go. That's what we need to hear. I need a good boo crew. Yay. Excellent. Don't forget to boo him. There you go. When you see him, he's got a big black mustache, and he comes out of the vaudeville theater. So every time he comes out of there, make sure you give him a boo for me, okay? And our show is an old-time melodrama, and it's also about the time when everybody traveled by the railroad. Do you guys always hear the trains going through town, Oneonta? Oneonta's a railroad town. Yeah, we used to have the biggest roundhouse in the whole world here. And you do? Do you like trains? I absolutely love trains. And in Oneonta, we had a place where like the trains used to come and they'd get on a big wheel and the wheel would turn them around and they'd go back out the other way. And it was like a major tourist attraction. But do you know what also used to be in railroads, like back in the railroad days, is guys called hobos. Do you guys know what a hobo is? You don't know what one is? Well, the word hobo means good man. Well, let me tell you what they mean. The word hobo means good man, and sometimes like people used to get out of work back in the old days and they couldn't find a job. So what they would do is become hobos, and they would jump on a train and they would travel to a town and jump off and see if anybody would give them a job, and then they'd jump on another train and go to another town, and they had a code of honor. And when they were in the town, one thing they had to do was work hard, and they had to help everybody who asked them for help. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And we had hobos in our town. Are you ready for the show? You're going to meet a hobo in the show. You're going to meet a villain in the show. And you're going to meet a sweet little girl who's coming in from the country trying to find a job herself. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Then I'm going to get Mo out here. He owns the music store, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about the story. On the count of 3, could you guys help me call him out here? Just say, hey, Mo, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hey, Mo! Here he comes.
Hello, everybody.
There he is.
My name is Mo, and how do you do?
Over.
I'm here to introduce the show. Now, the story we have for you today is all about a young, sweet little girl named Nell, who came in from the country into the big city and made one big mistake. She fell for the villain's mustache. Yep, she fell for that villain's mustache. Well, he had little kindness and she had little cash, so she fell for that villain's mustache. Now there once was a young girl, so pretty and so sweet, ran out the door and had no food to eat. So into the big city she did retreat. And this is what happened to her. I think I hear a train coming into the station right now.
Next stop, Canad City Station.
Gee, that sure was a long train ride. Well, here I am in the big city. I'm kind of worried, though. I hope I'm able to find a job and get some money to bring home to my ma and pa. I sure do miss them already.
Oh, it sure feels good to be back in old Canad City, home of my birth. Hey, there's a nice young lady. Wait a minute, though. She looks so darn sad and dejected. Maybe I'll find out what's wrong and... Excuse me, miss?
Oh my goodness, it's a hobo. I'm sorry, mister. I'd give you some money, but all I have is $1 and I need it to rent a hotel room with.
Oh, I'm not looking for any handouts, miss. I'm just looking for some work and maybe something to eat. But gee, you look so worried. Why don't you tell old Curly what's wrong? Maybe I could find a way to help you out.
Well, gee, he's awfully nice. Maybe I'll tell him my story. You see, Mr. Curly, it's like this. Down on the farm, things have been hard. My pa tries to work, but he gets very tired. Mama and I do the best that we can. If we just had some money, we could hire a man.
You mean you could hire a man to work down on the farm? You could grow food to eat and cut wood to keep warm.
So Mama sent me to town with only 3 things: $1, a kiss, and her gold wedding ring.
You mean her gold wedding ring, the one she got from your dad?
It was the only nice thing my poor ma ever had. But now I must sell it for what it will bring. But it's breaking my heart to sell ma's wedding ring.
Oh, no, that's terrible, just terrible. I don't think you should sell your mama's wedding ring. Why, you'll never get it back. Just ask the audience here. What do you guys think? Do you think she ought to sell her mama's ring?
Well, I know, Mr. Curly, I don't want to sell it, but what else can I do?
Oh, let me think. Let's see. Well, have you tried looking for a job yet?
No, I just came in on the noon train.
Well, I was on that train too. Hey, I have an idea. You have a beautiful voice. Why don't you go in and ask for a job in the vaudeville theater over here? Why, they're always looking for talented people to be in their shows.
Gee, that's a wonderful idea. I've always wanted to be in a show. I'll go in there right now and see if they need anybody.
Oh, wait a minute now. Not so fast. Before you go, I want to warn you to be careful of the owner. Why, you can't miss him. He's got a big black mustache, and around these parts they call him Bad Canad.
Bad Canad? Why do they call him that?
Well, that's his name, that's why. But besides that, why, he's a con man too, and he's always trying to swindle everybody by selling them a bunch of phony gold stocks to a phony gold mine. Why, I bought some not too long ago and took me for everything I had.
Oh no, is that why you're a hobo now?
Well, that's one reason. I also like the freedom of riding the rails, you know. But just be careful around that Bad Canad. Now, go in there and ask for a job, but don't let him sell you any of them phony baloney gold stocks.
Oh no, sir, I won't. Bye, Mr. Curly. Thanks for the tip.
Okay, now, bye-bye now. Good luck to you, young lady.
Gee, he was awfully nice. And I just know that Mr. Bad Canad is going to give me a job in his vaudeville show. I'm going to go in there right now and ask him. I'll just tell him how badly I need a job, and I'm sure he'll hire me. Don't you guys think so? But please, Mr. Canad, I'll do anything. I'll sweep the floors.
No.
I'll I'll man the box office?
I said no.
But I really need the money.
No, no. Now what do I have to do? Say it in Spanish?
Oh.
Now, unless you have the money to buy a ticket, shoo and get out of my theater.
Oh, no. He won't hire me. Now what am I going to do? Maybe they need somebody over at the hotel. I'll go ask.
What do you want me to do? Hire every little goody two-shoes that comes along? Well, I've already got a star for my show. Her name is Miss Jenny. She's got lots of money, but she's the only one in town I haven't been able to swindle yet. Now Miss Jenny saved every penny. She saved it for a rainy day. I begged and cried, I cheated and lied, but I couldn't get her money away. Jenny was smart, and she had a big heart, and she always earned lots of pay. But when I moaned and groaned to get a loan, this is what she'd say.
Well, I've got lots of money, but I sure hate to give it away.
Give it to me.
No bad. Folks come around begging for it every day.
Every day.
Dollars and cents, nickels and dimes, sure to come in handy when you have hard times. Food on the table and a place to sleep, all cost money and they don't come cheap. Well, I know a lot of people who don't save their dollars and cents. Then they want to borrow my money to pay their rents. Don't make sense. When they come around, here's what I say. Should have saved your money for a rainy day. Well, I got lots of money, but I sure do hate to give it away. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, Jenny, come on. I just need to borrow a little of your money.
No way, Bad. I didn't save all this money up just to loan it to a swindler like you.
All right now. If you don't want to loan me anything, Jenny, I have a special offer for you and you only. Today is a very special deal. For the measly sum of just $1,000, I'm willing to part with 100 shares of premium Canyon gold stock.
Oh, Bad. Quit trying to sell me that phony gold stock.
Shh, quiet down now, quiet. You're gonna ruin my whole deal here. Now, how about you guys? Did you want to buy some shares of Canyon premium gold stock? Yeah, what do you say? They're about to strike gold any minute now.
Oh, don't listen to him. See, they're too smart for you now. Go on, get out of here with those phony gold stocks.
Now see what you did? Got to go all the way to Cincinnati to get rid of this stuff here. You'll be sorry. You're missing out on the deal of the century.
I don't believe that bad Canad. He never quits trying to swindle everybody with those phony gold stocks. He's sold them to just about everybody in town, and they aren't worth the paper they're printed on. Whatever you do, don't let him sell you any of those phony gold stocks. They're never going to strike gold at that Canad Canyon mine. I told you once and I'll tell you again. We have no jobs and $1 is not enough money to pay for a hotel room. If you don't have any money, you can just get out. But please, ma'am, I can give you the $1 now and pay the rest as soon as I get some money. Oh, all right. Just for tonight, then you're out of here. Oh, no. Mrs. Grundage won't give me a job and she's throwing me out of the hotel. I guess I'm gonna have to sell my mama's ring after all. There's a nice lady. Maybe I can ask her. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes, honey, what is it? I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know where I might be able to sell this ring? Ooh, let me see what she's got here. Well, that ring's beautiful, honey. I know, ma'am. It's my mama's wedding ring and it's pure gold. And you're trying to sell it? Holy smokes, what would your mama say? My mama told me to sell it, ma'am. We really need the money down on the farm and I can't find a job anywhere. Also, I'm getting kicked out of the hotel tomorrow and I don't have a place to stay. Oh, the poor little thing. Hang on, honey, let me think for a second. Do you think I should try and help this young lady? I was afraid you'd say that. I sure do hate to part with my money, though. Listen, honey, why don't you try getting a job at the vaudeville show? I sing there every night. Oh, you're so lucky. I've always wanted to be in a show. Well, why don't you try out? We have auditions all the time. I just asked Mr. Knad, and he said there weren't any openings at the present time. Oh, that's too bad. But if you want to be a professional singer, you just have to keep trying, honey. I would love to be a singer, Miss Jenny. You see, it's like this. Ever since I was a little girl, I always loved to sing and dance, to perform before the whole wide world, but I never really had the chance. Now, honey, if you want to be a star, you have to take a chance and try, instead of staying where you are. You know you have to spread your wings and fly. If people try to shoot you down or tell you not to aim so high, instead of staying where you are, you have to spread your wings and fly. Now that's the spirit. You have a beautiful voice, honey. You just keep trying, and I'm sure you're gonna make it. Maybe someday, Miss Jenny. But right now, I just have to find a way to earn some money to bring home to my ma and pa. Listen, honey, you take the rest of the day to look for a job, and if you can't find one, you can come and sell your ring to Miss Jenny. That way I can hang on to it for you, and when you get a job and earn some money, you can buy it right back. Gee, would you really do that for me, Miss Jenny? Oh, I guess so, but first you go on over to the hotel. I'll come over in a while to help you practice up a song, and then you can go back in there and show that bad Knad what you can do. He'll just have to hire you. Gee, thanks, Miss Jenny. I'll go right now and I'll practice really hard. Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead now. What a sweet little thing. But you know what? She'd be a fool to sell that ring. She'd never be able to afford to buy it back. And she has such a good voice. I just know she could make it in the vaudeville theater if Bad would just give her a chance. Maybe I should get my friend Mo up here to see if he can help me work with her. He's a wonderful piano player. I'll call him up here right now. Hey, Mo! Mo, what you doing?
Who's that now? Who is that? What is it? What do you want here? Oh, it's you, Miss Jenny. Oh, my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Well, I have a favor to ask you, Mo. I was wondering if you'd play piano for me while I give a couple of singing lessons to a friend.
Anything, Miss Jenny. Anything for you. Especially if it's for that nice young lady.
Yes, I'd like to get Bad to hire her for the vaudeville theater.
Okay, Miss Jenny. I'd be happy to do it. I'll meet you over at the hotel and we can get started with the lessons right away.
Well, let's go, Mo. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Thanks, Mo. I'll see you later. Oh boy, I think we got that little girl all practiced up on her song and she's ready for her big audition with Bad. Oh boy, I hope he gives her a job at the theater. I would just love working with her. But you know what? I don't want to see her sell her mama's ring. Why, that thing is worth $500 or my name is not Miss Jenny. I think I'll go over to my dressing room and wait for her to get here.
$500? I didn't know that girl had a ring worth $500. I have to find some way to swindle her out of that ring. Wait a minute. There she is. She's coming this way. It's my lucky day. Here's my chance to swindle her out of that expensive ring. Watch this. Well, hello there, little lady. Fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Mr. Canad.
Oh, it's so nice to see you again after such a short time. How are you? You're looking a bit peaked.
Well, I'm very nervous, Mr. Canad. I just got thrown out of my hotel for not paying the bill, and it's all because I can't find a job. I was wondering if you might reconsider giving me an audition for the theater.
Well, what a coincidence, my dear. Well, it's a good thing you came back to see me again, because today is your lucky day.
What do you mean, Mr. Canad?
Well, I've been thinking it over, and I decided to make you the very next star of my newest and latest extravaganza.
What? The star of your new extravaganza? But gee, Mr. Canad, when I asked you before, you wouldn't even give me a job sweeping the floors.
Why, that's nonsense, my dear. You're perfect for the part.
Gosh, I wonder what changed his mind.
Well, it was those the star qualities you possess, my dear.
What star qualities?
What star qualities? Let's see. Oh, well, let's see. Oh, yes, those lovely, beautiful eyes you have.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Canad.
Oh, and that glossy, shiny hair.
That's so nice of you.
Yes, and that expensive ring doesn't hurt either, does it?
Well, does this mean you're hiring me and I don't even have to audition?
Why would I put my new star through such humiliation?
Oh, this is wonderful. This means I'll be able to send money home to my ma and pa. Oh, Mr. Canad, how can I ever thank you?
Well, we'll find some way, my dear. But right now, we have to get started. Let's see. It's a brand new show, so we'll need to get new staging, new scenery, makeup. We need to get you a new costume. Where did you get that dress, my dear? It's atrocious.
Well, my mama made it for me.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it's got to go. Let's see. A new sign on the marquee. Your name up in lights. Wait a minute.
What, Mr. Canad?
Oh, what am I thinking? I just realized that this is all going to cost money. Lots of money. And the banks are closed, and I'm a little short on cash right now. I guess we're going to have to call the whole thing off.
Off?
Yes, I'm sorry.
But you just gave me the job a minute ago.
Yes, I know it was a short but brilliant career, my dear.
You can't do this to me, Mr. Canad. I really need a job.
I'm sorry, my dear, but unfortunately, putting a show together costs lots of money. No dough, no go, when we have no dough. But listen, if you think of a way to get some money, give me a ring, huh?
A ring? Wait, Mr. Canad, wait.
Yes, my dear, what is it?
I think I know a way we can get some money up for the show.
Oh, well, that's good news. Come in my office, and we'll discuss all the details.
Gee, isn't this wonderful? Why not? All I have to do is sell my mama's ring to Miss Jenny, but then when I'm a famous star, I'll be rich and I'll buy it right back. I better get in there before he changes his mind again.
Hello? Anybody there? Jenny? Nellie? Huh, wonder where everybody went. Yeah, I wonder what's playing at the theater tonight. I wish I could afford a ticket. Maybe Miss Jenny would let me in for free. Why, there's that little lady Nellie Mae.
I'll be right back with the money, Mr. Canad. Hi, Mr. Curly.
Oh, hi, Nellie. How are you? you?
I'm great, and it's all thanks to you. Mr. Canad is making me the star of his new show.
Really? Oh, man, that's great.
Yes, I'm going to be rich and famous, and it's all thanks to you. I'll tell you all about it after I go sell my mama's ring to Miss Jenny.
Wait a minute. I thought you didn't want to sell the ring.
Oh, I didn't. But don't worry, it's all part of the deal.
What deal? What are you talking about?
Everybody's giving me a hard time about this. I don't have time to explain it to you now. Mr. Canad is waiting for me to get back with the money. I gotta go.
Oh, no, wait, Nellie.
Bye, Mr. Curly.
Wait! Oh, no. I think there's something fishy going on here, don't you guys? That bad Canad is probably trying to get his hands on her money, just like he stole all of mine. That guy is such a crook. I wish he could help Nellie out, but Bad stole all my cash, and now I'm a train-hopping hobo. With a tra-la and a fa-la and a fiddle-dee-day, I'm willing to work if you're willing to pay. I live town to town and my name's Curly Brown, and I'm happy to leave or I'm happy to stay. With a tra-la and a fa-la and a fiddle-dee-dee, a merry old train-hopping hobo, that's me. If you've something to sell, just give me a yell, and I'll gladly pay for it as long as it's free. With a tra-la and a fa-la and a fiddle-dee-doo, I'm a merry old train-hopping hobo, it's true. I hopped on a train to get out of the rain, and I found myself here just a-singing to you. Well, I guess I'd better go into his office and see what kind of a swindle Bad is trying to pull on Nellie. I'll tell you what, though. If I find out he's trying to con that little lady in any way, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, Mr. Canad!
Oh, no. Guess what? Miss Jenny wouldn't give me any money. She said Mr. Canad was trying to swindle me. Do you really think that could be true? Why, I'll get to the bottom of this right now. I'll go over to his office and ask him. Mr. Canad, are you in there?
Jumping Jiminy, everybody's always bugging me today. Hang on, Curly, I'll be right back here in a minute. Who is it? I'm busy right now.
It's me, Nellie, and I'm really mad at you.
Oh, it's you, Nellie. Yes, my dear. Do you have the money for me?
Well, no, I don't. I don't have any money, Mr. Canad.
What? No money? Why not?
Well, Miss Jenny won't buy my mama's wedding ring. She said you were trying to swindle me.
Swindle you? Why, that's ridiculous, my dear. Why, just ask the audience. Now, do I look like a crook to you guys? No, I am not a crook. Never mind. Don't ask them.
You know, now that I think about it, even your name sounds a little crooked. I never met anyone named Bad before.
You know, I knew this was going to come up, and I have a perfectly logical explanation.
You do?
Yes, I do. You see, Bad isn't even my real name. I changed my name to Bad.
You changed your name? Why would you do that, Mr. Canad?
Well, my name used to be Santa Claus, but it just didn't seem to fit. Allow me to explain, my dear. You see, ever since I was a little lad, so innocent and free from blame, everyone has called me Bad. I don't know why, so eventually I changed my name.
This is very confusing, Mr. Canad.
Well, you see, now that I'm a big grown man, it really is a rockin' shame. I have to do the very best I can, my dear, to live up to my own bad name.
Well, okay, Mr. Canad. Let me see if I get this straight.
Go ahead, my dear.
Ever since you were a little lad,
Just a little lad I was.
innocent
from blame. I felt so free.
Everyone has called you bad.
They call me bad, I don't
so
know why.
eventually you changed your name.
That's right.
Now you are a big grown man.
So very big, I am
and
so
it really
grown.
is a rotten shame.
Rotten shame, I don't know
You
why
have
they
to
call
do
me
the
bad.
best you
Do the very best I
can
can.
to live up to your own bad name.
I think
Oh,
you got it, my
that's
dear.
terrible. That's terrible, Mr. Canad. I had no idea.
Yes, yes.
I'm so sorry I accused you of being a crook.
Oh, yes, well, I'll try to find it in my heart to forgive you, my dear.
And I think I turned the whole audience against you too, Mr. Canad. I'm awfully sorry.
Oh, that's okay, my dear. I'm sure they're all very sorry, too. Aren't you? Shh, don't listen to them, my dear.
I wish there was something I could do to make it up to you.
Oh, we'll find some way. I have an idea. Why don't you just go back to Miss Jenny and convince her to buy that ring? Use salesmanship, my dear.
That's a good idea. I'll go right now. I'll tell her your story and I'm sure she'll understand and lend me the money.
Yes, yes, hurry on now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Stardom is waiting. Yes, indeed. Oh, quiet, quiet. You almost ruined my whole deal. Now, when that girl gets back here with the money, I'm going to be on the first train to Cincinnati, and you'll never see me or that money again. Isn't that a great way to make a buck? Yes, sir. It certainly beats selling lemon on the street. Come on, it's just business.
Oh no, this is just terrible. I wouldn't give that little girl any money now she's sitting in my dressing room crying. I don't mind giving her some dough, but I don't want old bad Canad getting his hands on any of my money. That guy is such a crook. He's a cad.
Jenny! Jenny!
Curly, what's wrong with you? You look like you seen a ghost.
Oh, it's that bad Canad.
Oh, he's scarier than a ghost. What's he doing now?
Oh, you're telling me. I went into his office and he was bragging to me about how he's going to swindle that little girl and steal all of her money.
Oh, Curly, it's just what I thought. That guy is such a cad. He's a fiend.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me. He swindled me out of all my dough, selling me those phony gold stocks from Canad Canyon Mines.
Oh, Curly, you didn't buy those phony gold stocks.
Yeah, I did. I spent my whole life savings on them.
Oh, Curly, that's terrible. Wait a minute. You just gave me an idea. Do you still have those stocks?
I sure do.
Well, where are they?
Well, they're right over there in the hotel.
Well, you go over there and get them, and you wait for me over there. There's something I have to talk to you about.
Okay, I'll go right now.
Okay, hurry up, get going. I think I know a way we can trick that bad Canad out of swindling that little girl. And Curly and his phony gold stocks could help us too. I'm gonna go tell him my plan right now.
Unless I get back here soon with the money, I'm gonna miss that train to Cincinnati. And if I miss that train, I'll miss my card game, and then I'll really be mad. I guess I might have to go looking for her.
Mr. Canad! Mr. Canad!
Yeah, Curly, what is it? What is it? You look like you're about to bust a gut.
Oh, I'm just so excited, Mr. Canad. I want to thank you. I want to thank you.
Thank me? Thank me for what? What are you blabbering about, Curly?
I'm going to be rich, Mr. Canad. I'm going to be rich, all thanks to you.
Rich? What kind of nonsense are you talking?
Well, you know those gold stocks you sold me, Mr. Canad?
Oh, yeah. I hope you forgot about those.
Well, they just struck it rich at Canad Canyon Mine, and I was the first one to find out. I'm going to be rich, Miss Canad, a millionaire!
Wait a minute, Curly. Wait a minute. Gold. Are you sure about that?
Yes, Mr. Canad, a guy from the mines just came into the hotel and told us all about it. There's gold in them there hills. I'm going to be a millionaire!
This is a disaster. I didn't know there was any gold in that mine. I never would have sold him those stocks. I better figure out a way to swindle this hobo out of those stocks right now. Okay, I have an idea. Listen, Curly, I hate to break it to you, but I have some very unfortunate news for you.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Canad?
It appears you've been the victim of some bamboozlement beyond words.
Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Canad?
Well, I just had the very privilege of having a very private conference with myself, and I have determined, without a shadow of a doubt, there is no gold in that mine.
What, Mr. Canad?
Yes, Curly, some cat has swindled you, but because I'm your friend and I'm such a nice guy, I've decided to buy back all of those stocks for twice what you paid for them originally.
Gee, I don't know, Mr. Canad.
Don't be a fool, Curly. It's an offer you can't refuse. Now, where are those gold stocks?
Oh, I have them right here in my pocket.
Good, now get in there. Give him all the money in the till, Joe. And give him a sarsaparilla in the house. Yes, my bank will take care of the transactions, and I'll be the rich one. Guess right, gold at Canad Canyon. Who knew? I'm gonna be a millionaire, rolling in dough. Now, what should I buy with all this money? After all, I'm going to be a millionaire even. Let's see, maybe I can buy a yacht. No, maybe 2 yachts. One for me and one for myself. Yes, that's it.
Mr. Canad! Mr. Canad!
Oh, it's that little girl again. Oh, well, I don't need the money anymore, but I guess I'll just swindle her for the fun of it. Yes, what is it, my dear?
Miss Jenny wouldn't buy my mama's ring. What are we gonna do about the money for the show?
Oh, this girl is really becoming a pest. But I guess I could use an extra $500 for my trip to Cincinnati. Never fear, my dear. I have a simple solution. Just give me the ring and I'll sell it for you.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Canad. Miss Jenny was gonna sell it back to me when I got the money.
I don't have time for this monkey business. I don't care what Jenny said. Give me the ring.
No, I don't want to, Mr. Canad. Then I'll never get it back.
Hand it over.
No!
Well then, I have to take the ring from you.
Oh, no, you won't. You'll never get my mama's ring.
Come here, you little wretch.
Miss Jenny was right. You are a crook. Help! Help
Give me that
someone!
ring. I said give it to me.
Unhand me. I'll go
Oh,
in
no,
the
you don't.
hotel
You're not
and
going to get
you'll
away
never
with
get my
this.
mama's ring.
Give me that ring, I said.
Well, then I'll go in the theater.
Oh, yeah, you think you can get away from bad Canad, do you?
Mr. Curly, help! Mr. Canad is trying to get my mama's wedding ring.
I'll save you now.
Come on, Mr. Curly, let's try and lock him in his office.
Get off me, Curly.
I got him now.
Get him, Mr. Curly.
I got him down now.
Come on, I'll shut the door.
Okay, I got him. He's
Here's
in.
the key. Let's go. Oh, Mr. Curly, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. But we better leave town before he figures out how to get out of there.
Oh, you should have seen Mr. Curly in there. He saved me from a fate worse than death.
Yeah, I locked that old bad Canad in his office.
Oh, well, let's get out of here before he gets out and comes after us.
Yeah, but where are we gonna go?
I know. You could come back to the farm and live with me and my ma and pa.
Great idea.
You could help us work the farm.
Oh, that sounds great. I've always wanted to live on a farm. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, no, but where are we we going to get the money? I don't even have enough for my own train ticket, let alone one for you, too.
Uh-oh, that is a problem. Maybe I could show you how to hop a boxcar.
I don't think I could do it, Mr. Curly.
Hey, wait a minute. I almost forgot.
What?
I have all the money we're ever gonna need right here in my pocket.
What do you mean, Mr. Curly? How did you get money?
Jenny and I tricked Bad Cadet and swindled him out of all his dough by selling him back the same phony gold stocks he sold me.
You did? That's wonderful news, Mr. Curly. Now we can afford to take the train.
I'll go get the tickets.
Could you pay the rest of my hotel bill?
Sure, why not?
Gee, isn't this wonderful? Mr. Curly's coming back to the farm with me, and look, I still have my mama's wedding ring and everything. I should have listened to you in the first place. Well, I better go pack my bags now. Bye!
My aching head. Feels like I got kicked by a mule. How dare Curly manhandle me that way? I had to pick the lock on my own office. Oh well, never mind. Hey, has anyone seen that girl around here? No? What were you looking at the whole show? Never mind. Doesn't matter anyway. I don't need her money. I've got all the money I'm ever going to need right here in these gold stocks.
What? Did I just hear Bad Cadet say he didn't need money? He must be sick.
Oh, hi there, Jenny. How you doing? Just the person I wanted to see.
Wait a minute. What happened to you, Bad? You look like a mess.
Never mind. That hobo manhandled me, but I'll have the last laugh when I'm the millionaire.
What are you talking about, Bad?
Watch this. Just wait till you see the look on her face when I tell her about the gigantic gold strike at Canad Canyon Mines.
Gold strike at Canad Canyon Mines. Wait just a minute, Bad. Do you think I ought to tell this guy the truth?
I don't want to make you jealous, Jenny, but here there's been a giant gold strike, and I own all the stocks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you should have listened to me when I tried to sell you some.
Bad, I hate to tell you, but there is no gold in that mine.
Yes, there is. Curly.
Curly, and I made that story up to keep you from swindling that little girl.
Made it up.
You've been had, Bad.
I've been robbed. I'm out of dough.
That's right.
I gave Curly all my money. I'll have to sell the theater.
Well, you know what? That's what you get for trying to steal everybody else's money. I think you should sell the theater out and leave town, don't you guys?
I demand my money back. Nobody's leaving here until I check all of your pockets. Curses! Foiled again.
I don't believe that guy. I think he got what he deserved, don't you? Yeah, thanks to Curly and his gold stocks. And you know what? I'm glad Curly and me got away okay. I just saw him leaving out the back of the hotel. But I guess this does mean I'm out of a job over at the Vaudeville Theater. Maybe Mo would give me a job teaching singing lessons in his music store. I think I'll call him up here right now. Hey, Mo?
Yeah. What is it? I'm coming.
Hey, Mo, I was wondering, do you think you could give me a job teaching singing lessons in your music store?
Well, now, I don't know about that, Jenny, but I have a better idea. Why don't me and you join forces to buy the Vaudeville Theater? I just saw Bad getting on a train for Cincinnati.
Buy the Vaudeville Theater. That's a great idea, Mo. You know what? We could hire Nellie Mae to sing there. She's got a beautiful voice.
It's a deal, Jenny. I've got some money saved up myself. We can be partners.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
How about I crank up the player piano and we'll do a little duet together?
Let's do it. She fell for the villain's mustache. Well, she fell for the villain's mustache. Oh, he had little kindness and she had little cash. She fell for the villain's mustache. What do do you think, Mo?
I think we make a great team together,
I
Jenny.
do too. I'm looking forward to running the theater with you, and I think we ought to call it Mo's Musical Theater.
Let's do it, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What a good group here you guys were. Yeah, you really helped out in that situation. Yeah, you are, well, actually stay right where you are, and after, in a couple seconds, we'll get our masks on. Dennis and I are both fully vaccinated, but, and we're both healthy. So we'll put our masks on, and if you guys want to come up and work the puppets or see how they work a little bit closer, you could do that. But for now, I'll just show everybody, so everyone who doesn't want to come up can see, okay? You do? Cool. This is a puppet town. You do? Well, the kind of puppets we use are called rod puppets, and that's because they're on a long stick. And this kind of puppet originated thousands of years ago in places like China and Indonesia and Japan. But we figured out an easier way to work with them. We built a harness so that we can hold our puppets up without holding them in our hands. But then we put on a second stick that has a hinge so that when I lift the handle up, the puppet can bend down and look at the ground. And what do you guys see? What happens when I twist the handle, that snow shovel handle? Right, because her head's rolling around on little wheels inside her body. And does everybody see this key ring here? That's attached to a string that goes up to the back of her mouth, and I pull on it, and what do you think happens? Right, her mouth opens. So just by wiggling my finger, I can make her mouth open and close. Yeah, exactly. That's how you make her talk. And then that leaves my other hand free to operate her hand rods, sort of like a big giant pair of chopsticks. You can put one up, one down, make her dance around. Well, you guys were a terrific audience. You really booed that villain, didn't you? Yeah, he was a dastardly guy with his mustache. Would you like to boo him again? Okay. Are you ready to give him a gigantic round of disapproval? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Boo! Is he coming, Dennis? Oh, okay.
All right.
He's indisposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, here he is.
Well, you guys were booing me. I didn't think you wanted me to come out.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, here, this guy's just like the other puppet. The only thing that's different, there's a couple of different mechanisms. There's one for his eyebrows, to make his eyebrows go up and down. And then there's another one for his eyes to go back and forth so he can look around, look a little shifty. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm a little shifty. Uh-huh. Did you guys have fun? Yeah? Well, I got a little question for you. You sure you don't want any of those gold bonds? Really? No? Oh my goodness, I got so many to sell now. I thought that Curly would probably, oh, well, I don't know what to do now. You want some? Okay, we'll talk after the show. All right then, kid, come on backstage. No worries. Okay.
Don't let him swindle you. You know, he's just an actor, so he's not really a bad guy, he's just a bad actor. And I wanted to tell you, thank you for helping me during the show. You guys had some really good advice, but you didn't need to worry because I've had this gold ring glued into my fingers for 30 years. It's really, I'm never letting go of that. Well, guys, if you want to, we'll go get our masks on, and if you want to, we could turn the lights up in the house and we'll go over to the sides where we have more space. But first, would anyone like to see what the inside of the stage looks like? Okay. You can see that there's a curtain on the front, and that's just to hide the fact that there's nothing back there. Everything in our puppet show is suspended up in the air, and Dennis is going to take the curtain down and show you what it looks like in there. So to play for it. And I'm going to take the microphone and the wires out of the way so you guys can come in and see the show. Are you ready for that? Well, thank you so much for coming. Anybody who has to go, we're Catskill Puppet Theater, and we hope we see you again soon. Bye.
Wait till they want to have their masks on, and then you can go just watch.